Hello, bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. That was Slap Groove 22, and let's get right into it, and then I'll pack at the end, like talk how I created it and what was the inspiration behind it. So this is going to wear you out on the thumb pop pop technique, and you can find that in the foundation fundamentals of slap video. I think it was either 7 or 7B, one of those. But it's basically where you do a muted thumb, a muted pop, and a muted pop using the two fingers on your plucking hand. So I'm using that as a setup. So I start with an open E, then I do that riff, 16th notes, triplet. Then I'm fretting a B, then I do the same technique, C, then a D, E. I don't put it between the D and the E, the 5th and the 7th fret. Like that. Second measure, I don't want to do the same pattern. I want to kind of give it a phrase. So here I'm going up in kind of melodically. So I want to almost answer that by just going. Now let's tear that second measure down. We're doing thumb, thumb pop pop, B again, thumb pop pop, C again, thumb pop pop, G. And the G is a quarter note, so I'm just kind of landing on it, letting the thing rest a little bit, give the audience a little break from that constant triplet sound. Now, third measure, same as the first measure. Okay, and I'll slow this down later. Let me just kind of get through the anatomy of it. And the last one, again, I'm using that phrasing 3+1 phrasing, where I'm playing something really similar on the first 3 times I play it, and then the last one, the +1, I break from mostly. I still start with a thumb, thumb pop pop, but then I just do all thumbs and I play 8th notes and end with a quarter note again. So what's that? So that last measure, I'm doing an open E, I do the thumb pop pop, and then I thumb the G, A, B, D, G, B. So. Now, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. The thumb pop pop techniques, for me, is a little bit difficult to keep consistent at very slow tempos, but I'll walk it back a little bit and see if this helps you guys put the entire thing together. So here it goes. So why those notes? Well, I'm kind of doing an E minor thing. So I start on the minor third of E. So I play the bomb, and I just go E, then I go up A, B, D, G, and end on that third because that third seems to really lead me back to the E. So it's basically kind of the E minor pentatonic starting from the G. So hopefully that helps you with that. But rhythmically, where did this come from? Literally, this idea came from hearing a drummer warming up. Drummer I play with, Paul Kasem, was actually doing this riff. And I didn't try to improvise with him at the time. We were just kind of warming up, getting set up, but it stuck with me. And then, days later, I was just remembering that, and I really liked it. I thought, wow, that's really cool. And sometimes when I hear a really cool drum pattern, I'll put it into my drum machine so I can play with it. I didn't even need it. It was such a well-defined pattern that I started thinking, how would I play that on my bass? And I came up with that. So I encourage you to really listen. Even when you're not in necessarily that mode of like band practice or something, but listen for drum parts, rhythms that naturally occur or occur in the machinery world. I've had actually like an air conditioner back in my Los Angeles apartment I was renting that had this really weird rhythm, and I ended up creating bass lines off of it. So there's a lot of rhythms that we can kind of absorb from the environment around us that will help us from being stuck by always playing the same rhythms over and over again, because that's a form of muscle memory too, where in our slap patterns we have a tendency to play the same thing. So I wanted to share this with you, especially because people have asked for ways to show how to use that thumb pop pop technique in an actual bass line, and this uses it way too much, but it's fun to play. And I envisioned it when I kind of created it for an instrumental I want to do that's kind of a metal prog thing. because I do like it. It's very, kind of aggressive, and it's very machine-like, and so that's kind of where I'm going. But I'm sharing it with you guys first. Haven't even written the song. So let me know what you think in the description below. Have you a cool slap pattern that uses that technique that maybe you could share with us? Maybe put a link in the description to a video, or if that's not something you can do, go to our Facebook page, just take a selfie video with your phone and upload it there. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing with the technique so we can all learn from each other. That'd be so awesome. All right, so here's Slap Groove 22. Of course, if you have questions, if you need me to reiterate anything, just reach out to me. You can do it again through the comments below, or heck, send me an email at dtitus@daletitus.com. As always, the way these video lessons are created, I believe the written materials are very important because they give you a reminder of the tab. So I'm actually telling you what frets I'm using in the bass line construction. And it kind of lets you visually see the rhythms and how they set up. Even if you don't read standard notation, I think there's value in it. So if you'd like to get that, just get in the description below. You'll find my link to my Patreon page for a very low monthly fee, $8 currently. Plus tax. You can actually download all my written materials, come up with a pretty, right now it's over 120 videos with posts on the Patreon page. You'll be able to download all those. They're PDFs, they're universal. There's some wave files that are play along tracks that you can play along with. I think there's a lot of resources that can really make everything bass more powerful for you. So I encourage you to do that. And at the very least, if you could subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, that would be awesome and would help me grow the channel quite a bit. And of course, like, share, subscribe, do all those fun things. It really means so much to me, and it will help me grow the channel and hopefully be even more valuable to you in the future. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys at the next video.